Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to PERLA'S DREAMS. Taurus, Gemini, Cusp, this is your reading. And again, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever resonates and please leave the rest. Um, this is an unusual energy for you guys, I feel, during this time of the year. You're usually always trying to be a little bit more social during the warmer months, for those of you that are in warmer climates during this time, and you are you are secluding yourself during this time. You're wanting to spend a lot more time alone, a lot more time learning. I see this image of somebody like diving into books and really like learning something. You're trying to really master something, whether this is going to be for like your current job or for like a business that you're trying to start. It's this learning. There is like these clear messages that you have gotten, and very clear instructions of where it is that your life is headed, or where it is that your career path is headed. That's kind of like the energy that I'm picking up. Very focused, very determined, but in a very isolating type of way. Very secluded, very much wanting to keep to yourself. Um, for there's going to be some of you that are going to be in the space of I don't know if you're going to like a retreat or you're retreating within yourself to really connect with spirit, but this and this is probably why the isolation energy is coming in, like where there's a certain path spiritually, for those of you that this is going to resonate with, that spirit has put in you, and it requires a lot of isolation. It requires a lot of inner type of thing. So like one of the things that I can think of is like going to like a 10-day like silent retreat, right, where nobody's really talking. There are other people, but you are in complete silence for like the entire time that you're there. It's something of that matter that I'm picking up. um and for others to use, it may be just as simple as like taking a stay vacation from work, but you're really diving into like your own spiritual aspect, really diving into like really getting to know what it is, or where it is that spirit is trying to guide your life. This is coming after a period of feeling like you are disconnected, or a period of feeling like you're not really hearing spirit, or that you're not in, like you're not understanding spirit, is what I want to say. Because I feel like for some of you, the information is coming in, but you don't know how to decipher it. You don't know what it means. It just feels very overwhelming. It just feels like a lot, and therefore there is this space of like needing to retreat in order to kind of clear, or like calm down like the overstimulation, so that you're able to see, or better understand what it is the spirit is trying to guide you towards. um for those of you that this has to do, the separation and things like that has to do with a romantic relationship, you may have found that your significant other has either has a child on the way, that it's not yours, whether you're male or female. You maybe your wife is pregnant and it's not your kid. Your husband has got a good girl, whatever it is. Like there's something here where there is a life that is coming into play, because I don't see it as a life that is already here. I see a life that is coming, like it's in the process of being created, let's put it this way, that affects a relationship where there is a separation between the mm, two people that were in love at one point, because I don't see the love aspect reciprocated from your partner to you at this moment in time. um I, and then there's a difference between like loving somebody and actually like actively being in love with someone, is the way that I like to say it. It's like this person really does care for you and things like that, but they're no longer in love with you. They want to seek other adventures, and that is something that I feel that some of you really need to come to terms with. And this is why you probably retreat into the separation. Like you're trying to avoid like speaking to people, or hearing people say how sorry they feel for you and all of their, whatever. And it's like, I just like, you need to just get away type of energy. Um, and maybe this person had kids and lied to you. There's something here where something was kept a secret. And when it comes up, it's like, whoa, yeah, I need to like separate myself from this completely. All right, let's see. When it comes to your career, there is a change in position is what I'm picking up. For a lot of you, this promotion and this growth is not going to come from within company. You're going to um be outsourced by another company, by another yeah, by another company. So one of the quickest examples is like, let's say if you are a pharmaceutical tech, right, and you work for this big pharma and this and that, and your sales are through the roof, and competitors are constantly hearing about you from other doctors, or like, your name is coming up a lot, and this competitive pharmacy wants pharmaceutical company, whatever you want to call them, wants to snatch you from your current corporation. And I do see that jump. I do see that leap, because whatever it is that they're offering you is something that will take you at least another 5 or 6 years to attain in the current company that you're with. So like, let's say you may be a sales rep for like, just like the tier one, and you wanted to like supervise like the entire thing, like, it's something like that. Like whatever this poaching is from another company, it's a better pay, but it's also a better position that that you're not going to attain in your current company, not at least for like another 5 or 6 years. So it is a good move for you. I do feel that there may be like a little back and forth with your current company, where they're not willing to give you the position, but they're willing to offer you more money. But it's like they're not willing to meet the other company's offer. You don't have to be a pharmaceutical tech. I'm just using that as an example, where there's another company that is trying to poach you. So let's go ahead and see. Um, Whatever you were struggling with that made you feel like, um, there was a time period here, anyways, that made somebody feel very, um, I don't want to say depressed. You were more like low energy, where you really didn't want to do anything. And I feel that a lot of it is like your body was getting ready for this separation, or this isolation that you're going into. So like slowly the past few months, your body has been like trying to be like understimulated. Does that make sense? So like, if you look back at like the last, I want to say like 6 to 8 weeks, like there was like less watching TV, less social media, less going out, less interacting, and more of like just wanting to like be by yourself or be at home, right? Things that once brought you joy may have seemed a little like annoying or a little irritated during this time period, right? During those 6 to 8 weeks. And it was more of a preparation, so that when the time came to dive into this isolation time, to really horn into this spiritual growth that you're going through, you wouldn't miss it, right? You wouldn't be, it doesn't really seem like a sacrifice to spend, 21 days in silence at a retreat or something like that, right? So that's kind of like what I'm picking up here. So kind of like look at that time in your life as a preparation for what it is that is occurring during these next 3 to 4 weeks for you guys. Um, let's see, what else do we have? Any secrets that you felt that somebody was keeping from you. This does not feel like a romantic connection. This feels like a very close, like family connection, whether it is a sibling or a cousin or whatever. There seems to be something where you felt like somebody was keeping something from you. You felt like somebody was keeping secrets is really much what it is. And it comes to light, and you don't hear it directly from the person. I feel that there's somebody else involved that kinds of tells on somebody else, or tells someone else's secret. But it's one of these like aha moments for you where you're just like, I knew that all along, and I'm just glad that it came to pass, or like somebody actually like outed it out or something of that matter. All right, so let's go ahead and see what do we have. Anything else that we have for Taurus, a Gemini, Cusp? Sorry if I'm like breathing a little too hard. Um, something's happening. I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of into this thing like where I like to hear myself breathing. Not exactly sure what lies there, but I've been doing like a lot of loud breathing exercises, and sometimes I have to kind of like remind myself like I need to stop because I'm actually like working, right? So sorry, I apologize for that. Um, anyways, moving forward, there is a sense of when it comes to like this romantic connection that is ending because of another person, right? Whether it's a child, whatever is here. There's this energy of like a lot of the like you have to realize that you have to realize that you were the one that was keeping this relationship going. You were the one that was holding a little bit too tight for this, and the the love between the two of you has faded, but somebody here has avoided walking away from someone because of the time, right? The time that we were together. Whether you consider a year a very long time, or 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, etc. There's somebody here that didn't want to see their invested time in someone gone. And during this time, is like you finally come to like it hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts like hell, but you also come to realize that there was nothing more in this connection. There was nothing more to this, and it is okay for you to walk away from that. It's okay for you to walk away with this with your dignity and with your head held high. You weren't the one that messed up here. They were, and allow your family, your friends to support you during this. Like, I get it that you want to be by yourself and things like that, but do not take out your anger or your irritation or whatever it is on those that are trying to help you during this time, right? Because it's very easy for us to do that, right? To project that anger, that whatever, towards someone else, and you're being asked not to do that during this time. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, this is you're diving. For a lot of you, this isolation time definitely has to do with wanting to really heal from something, really wanting to let go of something. You're really fighting for it feels like you're fighting for your life, in a sense of like you you don't want to be attached to this person. A year from now, you don't want to still be hurting from this person from a year from now. So you're really diving, like, you know how people usually run away from like shadow work and stuff like that. This is an energy here that I'm picking up of somebody like going towards it and like really wanting to free themselves from something. And maybe there may have been a dream where spirit came to you and was like, hey, we really need to address this so that you can move forward in this space, or etc. So that's what a lot of you are doing during this time. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a oracle card to close your message. The Shaman's Dream is the deck we're using. And what card, spirit, for Taurus, Gemini? Alright, one card. Will o' the Wisp, treasure hidden in the shadows. Number 62. Sorry. I don't know if you can see that. Treasure hidden in the shadow, a great mystery, epiphany. Will o' the Wisp hovers in her luminous scent, glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering for you to step into the fog, into the mystery, the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but though intrigued, you refused her visitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on a journey you know. While you always have a choice as to whether to follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing? It's only when you wake up to its restrictions, a soft prison or golden cage, that you realize there must be more. Mizina, please stop. Uh-huh. So yeah, a lot of you, again, this is what I was just saying about like diving into the shadow work, diving into something, and that is exactly what you guys are doing. And I feel that you guys are definitely going to come out at the other end of this, feeling very renewed, but also with a very different perspective as to how you have been living your life and how it is that you want to continue living it moving forward. That is all that I have for you guys at this time. As always, guys, thank you for all your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We would love to have you. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.